And we're back. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Frank, and this is American Eagle Rises, where we talk about all sorts of stuff. So, what do you guys got going on? Hey, quick thing. If you guys haven't heard, I think they're trying to make a bigger deal out of it than it really is. It could be, I don't know, but I heard the power's out in Spain and Portugal and parts of France and right? Like, how long is it going to be out for? Oh my God, it's out of the world. I don't know. For who? Right? It could be end of the world for all the bad people, right? I don't know if you guys look up the 17th letter. Yeah. Call me whatever you want. But, yeah, there was these posts somewhere. But anyway, if you don't know anything about that, supposedly, there's supposed to be a power outage for a couple of days, and, like, big things are supposed to happen, so, I don't know. You got your stuff? Hey, man, I got stuff here. You should always be prepared, whether or not it's fake, real. Power goes out. What are you going to do? Right? What are you going to do? Right? So anyway, get that craziness out of here. Raymond, if you're listening, dude, your video today was, hang on, double thumbs up, man. Like, what aspect, like, how many good props can I give you on, like, multitude of aspects? Like, do we need to talk about that anymore? But anyway, if you are, that's great. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out his channel. Yeah, I'll just say that. You do your own. I think it's a good channel, but it's not, it's kind of like a cup of chai. If you guys don't know what that is, that's tea. And it's always made different. It's like an Indian tea, right? But it's kind of like a tea with a little bit of milk in it, kind of normal. But it's more spicy. They put more it depends upon how it's made. Gingers, get it a little bit. Anyway, cup of tea. Get to the point, right? I'm getting there. I'm getting promise. Anyway, what is it? 3 o'clock? Yeah, a little bit after 3. Got done early with work a little bit. Actually, for like lunch, I just went for a walk. It was like really nice. Still nice. Real nice. I'm debating to go again. But we're going to do mild work in the garage. Just there's stuff, little, I don't know, I'll call it little odds and ends day. I probably won't get everything done. I kind of want to get wrapped up a little bit before 6. Hit the shower, eat some food, and then kind of maybe chill out a little bit after that and try to get to bed early. Hopefully by 9:30. That's the goal. Let's see if we can do it. I got to get in there. And the last couple of days, actually last night was a pretty, but anyway, that said, I don't want to get too far into what happened here at work. And it's kind of getting to my point of the video, even though maybe I don't have a lot of points in my videos. Maybe I need to do a little bit better at that. But, yeah, so, you know how, depends on where your work is, right? But just, it's like a microcosm of what's going on. I don't know, if you ask me, kind of like all over. It's like everywhere I go, I just see, I don't know, once you see something, right? Like once you just kind of see it everywhere. Not that I'm looking for it, but so I'm doing my work, right? And this is in this meeting, right? And I'm not saying anything, but when this one lady, she puts this meeting together, and yeah, for the most part, she does a really good job. However, she wasn't there, and she likes to have everyone kind of, I don't want to say, like, they says everything, right? And then we're just in there, and we're just waiting, and one designer, he shows a concept, and it's one of those things where it's just like, we're proving we can't do anything. I'm just like, this is such a waste of time, right? But we gotta do it. Just like a moron, a caveman. That's it. A caveman. It's so simple. A caveman can tell you not to do it, right? and he doesn't even have a bachelor's. He doesn't have an engineering degree. I can get anyone in here to tell you this right here, but we gotta anyway. And he's showing, right? He's showing what it is, and no one's saying anything. And eventually, right? I'm just like, I gotta take control. When people are just, it's a waste of my time, right? So it's like, all right, fine, I'll do this, but I know what's gonna happen, right? It's like Frank, prepare yourself, right? You're gonna say, hey, all right, let's get this, right? All right, what's the, what are we trying to solve here, right? Oh, okay, so if we do this, did you forget about this over here because we're gonna have this as an issue, right? And you're trying to like, hey, all right, let's come to. You already know where you need to go, right? You already know. Everyone knows. It's like everyone knows it's a dumb idea, but they gotta, convince themselves, right? So I'm taking quote unquote charge, right? And I'm. The ironic thing, it's not my part. It has nothing to do, but because I'm in our advanced vehicle side, and I know way too much about too much things there, and because I want to take charge and be like, hey, all right, let's do this, let's do that, and I do get people to do the work, and a lot of people like when I come and kind of say what everyone wants to say, but they don't want to say it, right? So I'm the guy that has to say it, and it's like, all right, Frank, this is not even it's not even in your backyard, right? But anyway, when I see something wrong, I got to stand up. Whatever. If that's a bad thing, fine. Then I'm the worst person in the world. And we're just doing it, right? And this one, I always give the people a benefit of the doubt, right? But man, I'm going to label him a cuck. Yeah, I know. He just looks like one, and I've worked with him for a while. I'm just like, I don't know, man. This guy, like, what's this guy doing here? He's like making things worse. It's like, just shut up, guy. Like, just, I'm giving you everything. I'm giving you all your work that you're supposed to do. Just take it and go, thank you for the gift. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I'm like, no. But he looks like one. He sounds like one. And he's just got to go, oh, well, what about this and what about that? And I'm just like, well, I kind of want to say, do you hear yourself talk, right? So it's like, all right, fine. You can't say that, Frank, right? You got to, Frank, stop being so mean in your head. But it's right there. It's like you're looking. It's like the pink elephant is real. Everyone sees it. Everyone sees the shit falling off. And everyone can smell it. And it's like, wow, the flowers are in bloom, and you're just like, really? But anyway, and he's just talking about, talk about talking out of your ass. He's like talking about like, oh, the part's aluminum, right? And we got a steel part of the body, right? And oh, well, we don't want a bracket, all right? Well, oh, but we don't want fasteners. It's like, what? Well, make something that slides down. Oh, okay, we can put a hole, keyhole slot, go in and down, right? Oh, well, manufacturing says, oh, we can't see the holes. Like, dude, you just go here, oh, we need like an alignment feature, and then, okay, we slide it down, we use one bolt, right? All right, fine, we got these tabs, right? I even set everything up. I set everything up. I'm like, here's the geometry you need, right? You slide it down, right? Oh, we might need to work some detail out here because, we got a gap here, right? It's going to wiggle, right? But, we're going to bolt it here, so we got it. So, no. Oh, let's put, like, rubber. We'll put some felt stuff here, right? And it's got, like, this stick, this felt. It's like a felt. It's like tape, right? And we have this felt, right? But it's not. It's meant to felt. When we use felt, it's meant to like either have two pieces that are one's rubbing more than the other, and you either have a noise, a squeak, right? Or it's just too hard, or one part wears out than the other, right? So we do have this material, and we use them more for trim panels, and it's got like a sticky part, right? An adhesive side, right? Well, it's meant to bond to one surface, right? Here's the bonding surface, and then here's the material. Right, so if you come down, right, if you're shearing it, right, you're like scraping it off, right? So like, The guy's thinking, oh, well, I got a gap and I can fill in the gap. I'm like, yeah, but your part, literally, your part's going to come and just tear it right off, dude. Like, oh, well, maybe we could talk to the material. Like, what do you mean talk to the material people? It's sticky. It's like, even if the sticky part won't come off, like the felt, you're going to rip the felt off. Like, this is what happens when you take control, right? You know, it's like, I don't know, man. It's almost like, who made you? It's like, no, dude, no one made me the leader. I'm just trying to help out, right? It's like, if you don't like it, then, why don't you run the meeting, right? It's like, you're not even here. All your ideas are they're completely counterintuitive. Like, they're counterproductive. Like, it's like, why don't we use super glue to hold on tires, onto the wheel? Like, really, dude? Like, yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead. And then the glue's eating the damn tire. Anyway, that's just a show. But I call it a microcosm, right? Because it's like in society. You go places and it's like brutal. It's like you see this stuff. I can't. It's like I let them flounder, right? The fish. The fish is like, how when you take a fish right out and you put it, right? You bring it in. I got a big one, and your dad thinks you got like this big, it's like a bluegill. It's a big bluegill, right? But but anyway, you got a fish, right? And you're like, oh, you're trying to get it off the hook, and oh, whoops, and it falls like on the bottom of your, canoe, whatever, a rowboat, whatever. I think we had a canoe, but it's like, it's making that noise, and you're like, dude, let me get it, right? Because we don't want to eat it, right? We're trying to catch it. It's like we're trying to grab it, put it back in the water, to keep flipping. Like, dude, stop doing it. It's like, stop. We're trying to help you. It's like the fish is like, I can't breathe, you mother. And you put this damn hook in my mouth. Like, I'm dying. I'm traumatized. Fish was traumatized, right? But we finally did get that poor little guy back in the water. I don't know if he survived, but we put him back in there and we saw him swim. But that's just, right? That's just, right? Anywhere you go nowadays, right? It's like we're totally leaderless, right? And we all know, right? Oh, hey, we need, but heaven forbid you're the one person, right? It's like you start doing it, right? And it's like, I try to give people a benefit of the doubt, right? It's like, all right, what do you think the problem is, right? Well, what do you bring to the conversation, right? I don't just, but they start just going like little cats running around, and you're like, damn it, I hate cats. You're like trying to get these cats to come in, but I see it everywhere, right? Like in our, politics, and at least we finally have a leader, right? That, for all his flaws, right? But heaven forbid, right? You see the animosity, right? The crap that the left and the people that don't agree with him, the shit they come up with, it's just like, dude, are you joking? Like, that's what you're worried about? Like, shouldn't we be worried about the real problems, right? Like, it's like not even an ant, it's not even an anthill. It's like you're saying it's a mountain. It's not even an anthill. It's like 2 pieces of grain on the beach. Like, I can't measure it. It's so small, right? But that's just, I don't know, right? It's one of those, you allow society to fall apart, and then you step in, and then heaven forbid you're the guy that steps in, right? I think more people should be more like me. Like, it's, again, I am not mean about it, but I don't know. At this point now, I think it's just like, be like, all right, hey, you think you can do better? Go ahead, dude, right? Like, I don't need to do this. This is not my job description. I'm just trying to be a team player and try to help everybody out here, right? I'm trying to do it so that I save time and that you save time, right? And if that's against whoever wrote some law that's not even written down, right? It's just your butt hurt. Well, then shut my point's like, hey, shut up, right? If you don't want to do your job, shut up. Put your ass down and shut up. Get out of the way, right? I'll do my job and your job and still get it done quicker. Oh, right. See, you have a problem with that, right? Because I do both of our jobs quicker than you could do it, right? Oh, now we don't need you. Get out, right? And I think that's why. Like, if you ask me, maybe that's it, right? Maybe I found something right there. People are like, oh, they lie, oh, this is what I do. It's like, no, you don't do dick. Right? You have you're giving no productivity, right? It's like you're just, everything you do, you're making it longer. You're wasting time. It's like literally, we can do it cheaper and faster if we just remove you out of the way, right? And that's why some people get bent out of shape when they lose their job. Because some of these people, I'm telling you, some of these people are like, how did you keep this job long enough? Like, I'm at work. It's just like, I'm like, how is this guy here? Like, the one guy we fired, we needed him. And this sack of shit, he doesn't do his job. Some other guy's doing it. And you're just like, this is not right. I don't want to say fair, right? But it's like this. It's beyond. It makes no logical sense, right? And it's like that. Why am I at a company that's trying to be a profit, right? Because these companies don't just exist because they want to lose money, right? And we can argue how much they're supposed to make and blah blah blah. But my point is, right? Engineering, right? We're supposed to have logic, reason, and yeah, maybe sometimes we have to have some discord, and maybe we're going to disagree. But if we can't have a disagreement and try to work that out, right? Everyone's supposed to just go, and then when catastrophe happens, right? Oh, who would have thought? It's like, dude, I showed you in an equation, it's not going to work, right? It's going to fail like that, right? So, like, I'm surprised it got this far, right? Like, how did it get this far without failure? It's like, oh my God, maybe we should have maybe the equation's a little, maybe overestimating, right? But then they go around like, oh my God, we got to do something. It's like, yeah, all the people you got rid of 2 years ago, they told you that, and you got rid of them because you didn't like their answer. That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I don't like the answer. Well, I don't like it either, but this is what it is, right? If you want a challenge, that's fine, but we showed you the entire equation. We showed you how we got our data, and if you don't like the data, it's like, well, go, right? It's like I keep saying F equals ma, dude. I can't change A. A is the acceleration of gravity on Earth, right? If you give me a mass, boom, I have a force. If you don't like the answer of F, the force, well then move to the moon where the gravity is different. So you get Frank, we can't move to the moon. Well then, I guess God, right? Talk it up with the guy. He made the physics. Anyway, 18 minutes. Guys, this is the stuff that, like, I can get on my soapbox, and I want to provide leadership, and I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking going forward, like, maybe I need to not talk as much, right? And it's just, like, kind of be more brutal, but not in a, like, what do they call it? Like, not in a harsh way. It's just like, dude, I'm doing it. You don't like it? Well, here's the equation. Show me how. That's a whole other thing. Show me how I'm wrong, right? Like, we're supposed to prove we can't do something. It's like, well, how do you do that, right? All you do is say, hey, this is what you gave me. It can't be done. Well, go back and figure out a way to do it. Like, and I see that not just where I work. I see it I go around, walking around the neighborhood. I see it there, right? I see it when I go to the store, right? You see this stuff on, whatever, TV, whatever, right? You're just like, look at this. Right? And then heaven forbid, someone stands up to try to do the right thing. Oh no, we gotta tear that. It doesn't matter who it is. Oh, just tear him down. You don't know what you're doing. Are you authorized to do that? I think I've said this in a previous video. I have lived my life for a very long time under this motto, and I stick behind it, and I don't care what anyone says. Never ask. Well, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Ask for permission. No, I fucked it up. Sorry. Take 3 action. Take 3. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. I live that all. I live that all the time. All the time. People are saying, "You can do that." I'm like, who told me I couldn't? Right? Like, I go, am I breaking the law? Right? Like, right? Going around stealing people's shit. Although nowadays, if you're not me, right, you can get away with shit like that, right? But, right, like killing someone, whatever, right? Like, am I breaking the law? No. Okay. Am I breaking the company policy? Nope. There's your answer, right? Oh, don't ask. You know why I say that, right? I blame my dad again. Sorry, hey, Dad! What, kid? Hey, oh yeah, that's good. Keep it up, kid. Yeah. I have talks with him all the time. That's what he keeps saying that. Keep going, kid. Keep going. Because that's what he would tell me if he was alive. He'd probably tell me to go harder. You're not being rough enough. That would be him. That would definitely be him. Because I think he wanted to say that, but he never did. So I think he wanted me to do that. But anyway, where was I going with it? Yeah. Like, why am I sitting around, right? Like, people that want to get shit, I call it get shit done, right? It's like, here's the job, okay? The job doesn't tell you how you need to do your job. I mean, there's probably some, right? But I'm just saying at a high level, right? If you know something needs to be done, right? And there's nothing, like people want to be told what to do. It's funny because I tell them what to do and they don't want to hear it. But yet, the authority figure, but I say the same thing. They're like, who are you? Yeah, right. That's, I'm an underling apparently, right? But hey, shouldn't we be supporting one another at this anyway? But my point is like, right, that's what a true leader does. I actually say a real human would do that, right? Because I'm just saying, hey, right, if you have something that needs to get done, or right, that it needs to get done, either a job or right, even on the battlefield, right, something needs to be done. Do you need someone to tell you to do your job? No! Just, pardon my French, fucking do your job, right? What is my job? Oh, well then maybe go back to step 0. Figure out what your job is. I mean, if you know what your job is supposed to do, then okay, fine. Go back there, right? But, right? A true leader sees the mission, right? He sees his people, right? And he sees his people floundering, or they're not doing anything, or they're not, right? Or they're disjointed, right? And a true leader sees that. A true leader doesn't care about some stupid little thing that may or may not apply. It's like, dude, we are not breaking any laws, right? Or sometimes maybe there's different priorities. And it's like a true leader on the ground knows the difference between a priority that's right here in my face and another priority, right? You might have conflicting priorities, right? Like, especially like I said, I go back to the battlefield, right? Oh, you didn't follow orders. Like, yeah, dude, you sent us here, right? My fucking troops were dying left and right. I took the initiative and I retreated the soldiers so that we could get some of our men back so we can make a counterattack later. If I would have stuck to the orders, the entire platoon would be dead, right? You want that, right? If that's a court-martial me, right? That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother thing. People think that they're, everything in their life is so valuable, whatever. It's like, it's all shit, right? It's like, this is stuff that to distract me, right? I have, all this stuff that I need, which I don't need, right? But that's my point. People are just, they think they have all this shit to lose and they don't, right? But that's a whole nother thing. Even if you do, again, maybe this is me coming out, but I'm more like, dude, let's do the right thing, right? Even, we don't need to get ribbons or, like how my dad got medals or anything like that, right? I don't care. I'm more like, we need to do the right thing, and we need to live that, right? Like, we can say one thing, but we need to show and act. And like, don't get me started with like how many, we have no leaders. And the leaders we need, they're in the back, either in the background, right? Or they've been let go, if you know what I mean, right? We got rid of them and they can't come back, right? Or they're being shut up, or they're in little cages, or, right? Or, right, other people just are like, oh, who are you, right? But we need to stop worrying about shit that we're going to lose. Because as much as we might lose even our lives, right? I always say there's worse things in this, whatever you want to call it, multiverse, universe, this existence. There's worse things than dying. That's my soul. No. I know, right? I would rather stand up for something and lose. Not just lose everything, but lose my own life, right? Because what if I don't, right? I'm not going to argue if there's a God or not. That's on you, right? But what's the alternative? Right? I'm no longer a true person that has any autonomy over myself. I end up trading my freedom, right? Because security and freedom, they're not the same thing, guys, right? I'm just going to lick the boot, right? Get on my knees and be this little worm. Maybe that's what it is, right? Like outlook in life, right? I can't do it. If the future, right? If next year it's, you all have to do this. You all gotta get this. Something on here, or else, right? I'll be like, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. That makes me an enemy of society. Well, that's fine, because I guess I'm dying for society, even though society doesn't know it, right? I don't want to call it the unsung hero, right? But that's what I think. Again, maybe I'm smoking crack. Maybe I'm way too gung-ho. I don't know. I don't care anymore, right? We have to act as if our ideals and our principles and our morals actually mean something to us. When will we wake that up? That's why I look back at the older generations, right? Like my dad and then some, right? The greatest generation, and my dad, he was a little too young for that, right? But he remembered it, right? And he instilled that upon me. So I feel, like I said, I feel totally blessed. I mean, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think it should be a blessing, but it's a curse because most people would say, oh, no, we don't want that here. This is America. Like, which America are you talking about? The one that destroyed two evil, right? Destroyed, Germany and Japan. Yeah, we had a couple of friends along the way, right? What are we, right? What are we as people if we say one thing and our actions don't mean what we say, right? That's kind of where my head thought is, and I didn't think that my video would get to this point, and I didn't think this would get to 30 minutes. Yeah, it's 30 minutes, guys. But just think about that, right? I don't have to think about this stuff, right? I kind of know. I've made my decision years and years ago. A lot of people don't get it. I understand. I'm probably a soul. I think I've said it here on this channel before. I feel that either I was born way too late, like maybe I was supposed to die at Iwo Jima 80 years ago. In 1940, 80 years ago was 1945, guys. Victory in Europe is next week. I don't know if anyone remembers that shit. Isn't that funny? You'll probably see it on the news, maybe. Trump's in office, so maybe we'll fucking actually have a proper remember. Damn, Memorial Day's coming up. Shit, yeah, it needs to be off the hook if you ask me, guys. Right? Or I feel like I was born extremely too early. Right? I'm 51, maybe I'm supposed to be like 5, I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to be born another 100, right? I don't know. I feel that, I don't know, maybe God said, no, you're in the right spot at the right time. It's just, I sent you, right? Kind of, wasn't that Isaiah? And this guy said, who should I send? Right? Isaiah said, me. Guys, that would definitely be me, right? And then I'd be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said anything. Right? But God knows. Again, doesn't matter, right? That's what I believe, right? But it still stands, right? If we think these things mean something, then we need to start acting that way. We need to start living that way. And if someone doesn't think that, let them think that. You will never change their mind, but stand up for your principles. Hey, yeah, there we go. An echo from my first video, right? Stand up. I don't know if you guys ever saw that, right? But that video is stand up for what's right, even if you're alone, right? I don't know. Hopefully I'm not alone, guys. Maybe you guys believe it. Maybe you're not quite there, right? But we got to this point because good men sat back, didn't do anything. And I get it. I get it. Right? Raymond? All of this stuff on YouTube. We see it. Right? This world doesn't want me, right? Doesn't want me for my color. Doesn't want me for what's between my legs, right? And doesn't want me for what I stand for, right? And it doesn't even have to be America, right? I believe mankind was put here. Again, maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I believe, and this is what I choose to believe. We were put here not just on this rock, but I'll focus on this rock that we call Earth. We were here not to dominate it in a negative way. No. You should read into what that meant. We were tasked, right? We weren't just given this. We were tasked in protecting and being stewards, right? We get to use the earth, right, for our benefit and for God's benefit, right? This is his sandbox, guys. We're just playing in it, right? But we're supposed, right? If we don't protect life in general, right? Sorry, ladies, right? You guys got this wrong. I'm telling you. You guys can do other actions, right? But I believe in the preservation of life, humanity, and damn it, I'll die going to protecting it one way or the other, right? Even if others think that's even if they outlaw that, then that's fine, right? Then that gets into the right? You need to disobey I'm trying to remember how it was put. Oh God, I think it was from the. I think they mentioned it in the civil during the civil rights era. I'm trying to remember how it is. It's like unlock. I don't know. I can't remember, guys. I'm getting a little off track here. So, but you guys get the point. That is in your life, right? You want some suggestions? Hey, put it down below. Read. Or if you already know, then hey, man, I'm glad you know. Just keep doing that. And like I said, don't be looking for anyone to tell you what to do. How about this? I know you know what you need to do. Maybe you just lost sight of it. I believe in you. I know, and I trust you. I trust you to do the right thing. Not whether I'm there, whether doesn't matter. I know you're on your own, right? I have full faith in you. So with that said, happy Monday. And yeah, I'm gonna have some fun maybe in my garage. Do some little thing here, little thing there. Guys, I could talk about this stuff all day. I do what you know is right. And don't let anyone change that, even me or anyone else. Just do it. All right? With that said, let's see if we can find the stop button. Hey, I did. See ya. Bye.